Hello, and a warm welcome to Two Pompey Pricks with me, Chris James, and you,
Sheila.
Sheila. A warm welcome to Sheila for our first podcast. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
I'm very opinionated.
You are. I think the first thing we need to get into is basically some of the things we see in Portsmouth today. I mean, what are the sort of things you're seeing?
I just think it's been a bit neglected. It's a bit sad.
In Portsmouth, definitely, and less so much, I think, in Southsea. But I think all the money seems to be going to the sea defences and not into
The structure of the city.
Yeah. It seems very one-dimensional.
Yeah.
I think one of the big problems we have in Portsmouth is the NHS. It is in absolute crisis. I was talking to a friend of mine whose mum was desperately ill, and he called an ambulance, and the ambulance said we'll be 18 hours. How can you be 18 hours? And then the guy said, look, I've got to be honest with you, you're probably 5 hours in the ambulance just waiting to go into hospital. I mean, and she's in her 80s. What about you? Have you had any experiences or know of any stories?
Loads.
I'll leave the forum for you.
Well, as you know, I've got kidney issue. I've actually had 14 kidney surgeries at QA.
Gosh.
I've also had 4 other major surgeries at QA and gone in by ambulance numerous times. Now, I know what's wrong with me when I have my kidney problems, and I know I've got to be seen urgently. So this is not a new thing for QA. This is a thing that's been going on for at least a decade.
Yeah.
When I last went into QA by ambulance was 3 years ago, and I did go straight in, but then I waited in a chair without any pain relief, without any doctor, for 14 hours.
Wow.
And then when they saw me, my kidney was full of pus and toxin, and I had to have emergency surgery. But I'd gone in enough time that it wasn't going to be so serious to go to sepsis. And I'd had sepsis before in QA. So the staff are overwhelmed. There's not enough of them, and they are actually being laid off. They are actually cutting the staffing levels at QA at the moment.
I heard a little story, something about, I heard that they were getting rid of something like a third of the workforce.
I think it's about a quarter of the workforce that they are. And they told them in September, and I think they sort of give them a lot of information before Christmas. I mean, what a shitty thing to do. And everyone knows someone that works at QA. But I know through personal friends that work there that the ED is overwhelmed. This new emergency department's not working. The staff are overwhelmed. They're at breaking point, the staff, let alone the poor patients that go in. I don't know how to resolve it.
Yeah, my father had a heart condition complication. His heartbeat was going really high and really slow, and he was really scared, really scared. We went by ambulance to QA, and he spent all the time there. And then they got him actually into QA after the queuing of 3 or 4 hours to get into QA. They sat him in a seat in accident emergency. They had a quick look at him, and they didn't know what to do with him. And it took 25 hours before a decision was made. And he sat in one of those hospital chairs for 25 hours. He's 80 years of age. I mean, what is that to treat anyone in this world? I don't know. And I think you've had a friend of yours who spent some time in accident emergency. How did she find it?
She don't want to work in accident emergency. It's overwhelming. The staff are breaking down. They're crying because they can't provide the service that they need to provide for the patients. But I think the problem is everyone goes, oh, there's a problem at QA, and they don't see the bigger picture. So I know myself we joke with my friends. I know I got loyalty points at QA because I'm always there for one issue or another.
Got a voucher in Costa Coffee.
Yeah. But it's the bigger picture is when I'm in there and say I've had a kidney surgery and I want to go home, they don't sign you off till lunchtime, and then they go, you can't leave until you've had your meds. I go, I don't need the meds. I have paracetamol and whatever else at home. No, you must take them. So first of all, you're giving me medication that is costing the NHS money that is not needed. Secondly, you won't let me release that bed and go home until the chemist has bought all the medication. So I might not be leaving it until 6 o'clock. Now, that's just one patient going on the day I'm meant to go. But there are a lot of patients in QA that actually have been there for weeks and weeks and can't go home because there is not the added care. There's not the assistance of home help and social workers and getting the network ready and families willing to have their elderly or disabled or injured people come home and then do the work because they're working because money's short. So the knock-on effect then is that there's no beds to release. So there's a pile up in ED, and then you've got that circle starting all again.
Yeah, it's horrendous. I mean, my dad.
It's a big investment in the whole. Look at the whole infrastructure. They've closed nursing homes. They've closed rest homes.
Well, they've made some nice flats at St Mary's. The population's exploded, and why don't we close a hospital and just have one accident emergency outside of town for all the hundreds of thousands of people who live around here? It just does not make sense at all. At all. I mean, my father went back to hospital a week later. The diagnosis was this heart permutation. They gave him some tablets. Go on, off you go. He was there for about 4 days. Nothing was done. They let him out. A week later, he's back. Same problem, except for this time, because it's not been resolved, he's so panicking, so worried that he could die in his sleep that it's having a knock-on effect to him. And it's almost like, I know they care. I know the nurses care, but the system doesn't care.
Yeah, the system is broken down. But I think also, you do need to look at GPs because you can't get a GP appointment. So then when you phone 111, they tell you to go to the walk-in clinic. And then the walk-in clinic aren't dealing with minor injuries. They're dealing with things that GPs should see you for.
Yeah.
And then they're busy. So then if you're a bit more serious, they send you to QA.
And then you're stuck in the system again, aren't you? Yeah. Well, I think we're all in a kind of, I think I personally am scared of getting ill in Portsmouth. I really am scared because if I get in Portsmouth, I've had it. And it's almost worth, we were looking at hospital rates around the country. It's almost worth moving to somewhere where there's decent hospital rate when you get to my age. You know what I mean? So on a brighter note, one of the big issues this week was, do you like a jacket potato?
I do, but I'll cook them at home.
You cook them at home. There's one on Shelagh Pier that I love. Spoodos. On Shelagh Pier is absolutely brilliant. But the talk this week has been the one of Spudman coming to Commercial Road. Now, so what's happened is there's already a lady there who sells jacket potatoes, and she's known as the jacket potato lady. Can you believe it? And so there's a big uproar now about competition to her because she's a private person just with a van selling jacket potatoes. And we're seeing this as a multi-kind, well, it's got shops all around the place, has Spudman, and a kind of infringement on her. What would you say? Should that happen? Or do you think that competition is good?
The only thing I'd say about this week is, Commercial Road is a dying town centre, and it has made people go there. Look on the bright side, silver lining.
Yeah, I wonder what will happen to Commercial Road in the long term. I mean, you go to city centre. Palmerston Road's a great example, isn't it? It's all bars and shops, second-hand shops, and cheapo
Charity
shops
and bars and food and coffee shops. So if you want to go and get your hair cut in a barber's, have a coffee, and then get some stuff in the charity shop, and then get pissed the rest of the night, perfect. But if you actually want to go shopping, no.
That's how Albert Road is for the hairdressers. I think there's a hairdresser every third shop or something. But yeah, I looked at the spud thing, and I do like a good spud. I do. Beans with cheese on top. Do you have cheese on top or below?
It's got to be on top.
Got to be on top. I agree totally with lappings of butter. But it's a good cheap alternative because let's be honest, fish and chips now.
Don't even go there.
I don't have fish anymore. I just have a sausage and butter.
Fish is like £9 just for the fish.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
But then, there isn't a lot in the sea anymore.
Well, there is. We're just not allowed to fish it. That's ridiculous. We live on an island and the most expensive food is fish. What's all that about? You go to Thailand and you get a fish for a penny. Mind you, they have got it sorted over there food-wise. You've been to Thailand?
No.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Do you mind? My cat's over there. She's looking at you like, I've heard something I don't want to hear now.
So back to a more serious note is really the death of the pub scene and music venues in Portsmouth. You know, we've seen so many pubs go, probably your locals gone, and kind of a lot of people voted Labour, musicians, publicans, thinking they're going to make a big difference to our culture, to bring it back, for you know, people like me who like to go and watch a band. But they've whacked on this this tax. So the Staggeringly Good, for example, this week, put out a plea to people to understand what's going on in the music scene. And I've got some notes here. They put in 2023 their council rates were 55,500 a year. In 2026 it's risen to 89,500, and that's only 18 months. And let's put that into perspective. It's an increase of £3,600 per calendar month. I mean, what do you think of that?
Well, you got so a lot of beer for that, haven't you?
Yeah, and they're on tight margins anyway. They make their own, I get it, you know, but all it is it's passing it on to us again. And we're all saying, well, I can't afford to go. There's lots of pubs I don't go to in Portsmouth because they're too expensive.
Mm.
Or I do go to them, but just if there's a special event on, because the beer's over £6.50, £7. You know, I can't afford that anymore. You know,
But then if they put an act on, the act's £200 because you've got to give the artist a fair wage.
yeah, there is
You know?
that. Yeah,
And then
yeah.
you're thinking, well, they've got to recoup £200
You've got
to
to pay.
put something on.
You've got to pay wages. Yeah. Well, I suppose that's why you charge ticket prices and why they've gone up so much. I mean, how much is it to see an original band now?
Oh,
It's a fortune. And some other things that make me laugh about these places are the Wedgwood rooms. They charge you £1 to have a plastic glass for you to have a drink in. Did you know that?
no.
No, not many people do. And what happens is people
Can I
leave.
take one with me?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay.
But most people leave their drinks, their glass, their plastic, and they just take the money off it. Thank you very much. We'll have that. It's a very clever.
So you can take your own glass in then?
No.
Plastic
You
one?
can take your Wedgwood plastic one in.
You have to buy one and then keep
You've
it?
got to buy it, yeah, and keep it. But you can take it out with you. But not many people know about that.
No.
No. So let's just have a look. Right, you know, girl, boy. Question for you. What
Okay.
makes a man instantly unattractive?
I would say bad smell.
Bad smell. Do I smell all right?
You smell nice.
Thank you. Cool.
Bad teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And being uncouth, swearing and shouting and being loud.
Yeah, being over cocky and
rude to staff. I think you should always look at how someone treats waiting staff and bar staff and everything, because that's how they treat everyone else.
or they'll eventually
And
treat you.
And you can see it straight away.
Yeah. I mean, when I look at guys, I don't fancy guys, obviously, but things that I look at is
Do they make an effort?
cleanliness. Do they make an effort? Are they gentlemen? Do they do silly things like open doors for people? I mean, this is your personality in action. You know, what you like as a person is by the little things you do.
But the problem is also, I think, if I go out in town and I like to dress up and look nice and make an effort, partner makes an effort, but you see couples and the girl has dressed up and she's got the heels and the nails done and, well, lips or eyelashes, whatever, and the guy's in tracksuit bottoms and t-shirt
Yeah.
and trainers and makes no effort at all.
But that's because the woman's not dressing them. And men can't dress themselves. A lot of men can't dress themselves.
But they're still living at home, some of them, because
Yeah.
they can't afford to move out. So you think,
They just think that it's the norm to wear scabby jeans and a top that doesn't fit you in any sort of way. It is, well.
So what puts you off about women then?
What puts me off about girls? I hate visual tattoos.
Okay.
I really don't like visual tattoos. I don't like that. I just don't. I mean, it's personal preference, isn't it? I like tattoos when they're discreet. You know, when you're personal with them. I find that very attractive, but I don't find like an armful of tattoos or neck tattoos at all attractive. But then again, they don't find me attractive, those people. So that's fair enough, isn't it?
You're quirky, but not out there enough.
Yeah. I don't I don't like girls to look too
Fake.
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 Fake. That's the word. Fake. I hate that. I hate that fake. And
see, we're of an age. Do you remember the Muppets?
Oh,
in the
yes.
70s. Now, you know the band, the Animal was on the drums.
Yeah.
Now, you know the woman, she's like yellow, long blonde hair, eyelashes like this.
Big lips.
And big lips. That's what most women are now. They're like heavily tanned, the eyelashes, the big lips, and long blonde hair. I call them Love Island.
Yeah. It's the yeah, definitely. Yeah, that doesn't do it for me. Yeah,
and they all look the same.
I call it the blowjob look because their lips look like it. Sorry, you didn't need to know that.
But I think that's going to be regretted in the future.
Yeah, I think that's a modern trend. That's. But then again, I mean, you look at some of these girls now, and they've had their lips done at 20. What are their lips going to look like when they're 50, and things like that, and you know.
Or the trend is for thin lips.
Yeah.
You know, like the eyebrows, like they've gone thin, bushy. I mean, what is that lamination thing that like your eyebrows are like that?
Yeah. I'm always
wear glasses. You don't have to worry about your eyebrows.
I'm always reminded of that picture of, pardon me, women's fannies and men's beards through the last 10, 20 years or whatever, when the girls had hair and men didn't, and now men have got hair and girls haven't. That kind of thing.
You always have to bring the conversation down a level, don't you?
That's my sense of humour, though, isn't it? So I guess we got to address the elephant in the room. We don't really want to do this, but we're going to, because we both have different perspectives or our own ideas of what's going on in the world at the moment, and it's a scary place. I mean, as we're talking now, Trump's doing some sort of speech to justify the killing of Rennie Good in Minnesota, and he's trying to big up his ICE people, who are the Gestapo, really, of America now. Because, I mean, Hitler's Gestapo operated without civilian restraints, without judicial oversight in hunting Jews and gypsies and people who suppressed all opposition, and they suppressed all opposition. And that's what ICE and Trump's doing. He's bullying and they're bullying, and it's not far away from it. Would you say that's a fair comment? Are you pro or against, or sort of on the wall about Trump?
I would say majority against. I do think that where he does well is that he says something and he takes action. A lot of politicians are like a husband. Yes, I'll fix that shelf. I'll fix it. And then 6 months later, nothing's happened. It's all mouth. Whereas he just goes, yep, okay, it's been done. And he'll get men in to fix it. But I think what he's doing is wrong. So I like the proactiveness of him.
Yeah.
But I don't like the active that he's doing, if that makes sense.
It's almost, you need to paint a little line, and you need a brush, and you brush. But what he does, he gets the paint pan and just go like that.
No, it's just a bossy man who's power hungry, isn't he? So, I mean, he is the other side of Putin.
Well, I think they're very similar. They're dictators.
Yeah, and he goes. It's all right if if you're on his side, like he was friends with Elon Musk, and he's friends with us. But now he wants Greenland. He don't want to be friends with us. He just wants to take over. He just went into Venezuela and took the president out.
Well, does he really want Greenland, or is it just a distraction away from what's happening at home? So this is one thing. I honestly think it's a distraction. I think you've got the Epstein files. Only 1% has been released. Can't hear anything about the Epstein files, can you? Also, there's a serious allegation of rape in those files that hasn't come out. The Trump administration has dismissed it, but it's still there in those files to be open.
We all know he's dodgy.
That's
why, what's his wife called? Milana.
Yeah.
That's why she wears those big hats. Because then it's that far away, you don't have to kiss him.
I get that. I mean, the Epstein files are 1 month overdue. Only 1% has come out. I mean, you would want to be talking about taking over Greenland, wouldn't you? Let's be honest. And of course, the murder of Renee Good. You want to brush that over a table, don't you? Because you invented that. Right, I'm going to put this out there, right? one of the big talking points about Trump is his love for Hitler. In a campaign rally in where was it, in Iowa, he said that he never had Mein Kampf, never read it. Now, why you'd say that in a campaign meeting, I'll never know, but he did. And but previous to that, he had said he'd been given a copy from a Jewish relative. That was years ago. And also, Ivana Trump went on to Vanity Fair to say one of Donald Trump's favorite books, and I'll quote her, is the book My New Order, a collection of speeches from Hitler. Now, I'm really worried that Trump is a dictator going along the lines of what Hitler did. Too much, do you think?
Or maybe he's just been doing his speeches because he can't do them himself. Have you heard his speeches?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, and he speaks the language of Hitler and hate.
Yeah, he does do hate. He does incite hate.
So, do you remember his immigrants are eating pets in Ohio? Do you remember that speech? The immigrants are eating the pets in Ohio. Don't let your cats on the street. And the other one is immigrants are poisoning the nation's blood. I mean, that is hate speech. That is a hate speech. I'm worried about that. My big thing is comparing Venezuela. He went in and took Venezuela. Now, do you know about Austria in 1938?
Mm.
So basically, he went into Austria and annexed Austria in 1938 because he wanted everyone to speak German. But actually, he wanted to access their industrial and financial power so he could start the Second World War. And that's just, in the way the world order's going now, it's just a little bit too Hitlery for me. A bit too scary.
But also, I mean, China's gone really quiet the last year or so. You know, and what are they doing?
They just signed a big car deal with America. I don't know if you know that. Trump said, "Don't
perhaps
do."
They're just inventing a new disease that's better than COVID and wants that Americans.
Because
they've been very quiet.
They are being very quiet, aren't they? I think the last thing about Trump is what he said. He should have got the Nobel Peace Prize for ending 8 wars, allegedly.
What, and only starting 3?
Well, the only one we really wanted him to stop, was the Ukraine war, and I think he's given so much support to Putin that Putin can never lose, I think. But what he said is true, actually. One thing he did say is true, is that the Nobel Prize is Norwegian. And it is. The Norwegian government selects the panel of the Nobel Prize, and it's all done in Norway. But it's an independent from the government. It's not the government. It's an independent, fair regulator. So what's been ilking you this week? I've done Trump because he's ilking me. Has anything been ilking you?
Not really.
Fair enough. Weather? Where have you been this weekend? Anywhere nice?
I went to Rapscallions.
Rapscallions. Where's that?
Port Solent.
Good?
Very dark.
It is very dark, isn't it?
It's very dark.
It's very dark.
It's good music, it's good food, but it's a very dark environment. As in physically dark, not in like...
Yeah, I found it that way.
You need a torch to read the menu. When you're my age, you need to get your glasses as well. But
So okay, we went to what's your favourite restaurant in Portsmouth, Southsea?
In Southsea, I like Sopranos.
Okay, that's the Italian in Palmerston Road, yeah?
Yeah. I've never had a bad meal in there, and I can't say that about anywhere else.
I like Huff. Is it Huff in...
Huss.
Huss, yeah.
Is it Huss?
Huss,
Huis?
Yeah, I like that in...
I've only been there once.
Elm Grove. Oh, my... That is beautiful. Yeah. Just too much, man. Just too much.
Yeah, you just buy one meal and share it with someone.
That's what you should do, yeah.
So just grab them off the street and say, do you want to share this dinner with me?
Exactly, yeah. So what was your favourite place in Portsmouth? Where would you recommend people go for something to eat?
I also like Sisters.
Sisters? What about pubs?
Well, obviously you go to Wetherspoons for the cheapness. You can go to... I'm talking about Palmerston Road because I only go there because
fair enough.
I don't have to get a taxi home.
No, I get that.
Yeah, there's... The vibe's gone from a lot of them.
You're right.
Hong Kong Charlie's is closed.
Yep.
Drifter's changed into like a play at Venture Park.
The Go Rogue. I do admire one person, and I'll say this, and I do admire what Richard's done to Sherlock's. because Sherlock's on a Sunday is absolutely banging. It's heaving. And if you're over 60, I'll tell you what, it's a brilliant place to go. It really is. And I'm over 60, so. But
I'm not.
no,
Yeah.
no. Other places, I mean.
But you
They're
have
all-
to like Elvis a lot, though.
You would, yeah, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, well, right. We're gonna wrap it up there. I've been Chris James.
I'm Sheila. I'm like Cher, just one name.
Thanks very much for joining us. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.